good opportunity for her to put her stamp on this team. And it is going to be a game, as we know, against Brazil.
And we are underway as the United States make 7 changes from the win at SoFi Stadium. Only Makione at the back alongside Sonnet. Alyssa Thompson and Macario remain in the 11. So a lot of opportunities for different players coming into this one here tonight. And an early start here down the left side for Alyssa Thompson to race forward. Macario a chance! And after just 34 seconds, Macario has the opening goal of the game. A breakdown at the back from Brazil. But what a start from this United States team.
And what a start for the United States. They pick it up here in midfield, a little 1-2 from Alyssa to get around her. And then it's Lauren and Alyssa off to the races, and that is not a race you want if you're Brazil. Alyssa doesn't get it off quite in time. It's bobbled by Natasha, who only has 4 caps in goal, a young goalkeeper. And there Kat Macario is to clean it up. Oh my, and for Brazil, the absolute horror of a start against a United States team in a packed house.
A sold-out PayPal Park, and Kat Macario is now to double figures with her 10th international goal. It comes in cap number 23. And although she likely won't get the assist on that because of the intervention from the defender, Alyssa Thompson, as she did at the weekend, getting that ball through with the assist on Trinity Rodman's early goal was integral once again.
Yeah, and you give all the credit to that player right there. And mind you, that was a 70-yard sprint by Alyssa Thompson. And as we know, with her pace, when she can get and turn defenders and get in behind them, and that is exactly the situation Brazil did not want to see them in just 1 minute, 2 minutes into this game.
Well, they're checking VAR here. The referee is Marianela Araya of Costa Rica, and she's been told there by Tatiana Guzman of Nicaragua, the VAR, that this should not be a goal.
To me, it looks like her own defender kicked the ball out of her hands.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper did not have possession. Right there, it's cleared. Kat Macario, I think, is in the right to go for that. I think this will stand as a goal. Should stand as a goal.
Referee Marianela Araya with her 9th US match in charge. Last match was the Gold Cup quarter-final in LA against Colombia last year. Goal. And the US with a positive early start. The 1-0 advantage. The first goal came after just 5 minutes at SoFi Stadium against Brazil on Saturday, and off to a fast start once again here in California tonight.
And this is going to be a matchup that the United States will play all night. Alyssa Thompson on that left side, going against Lauren, is one that Emma Hayes is going to eat alive. She's going to be like, give the ball to Alyssa, get her on that flank, and let her run at that back line.
Kat Macario's 2nd goal of the year. She scored in the She Believes Cup against Colombia. That was her first US goal since April of 2022. And now Macario has the early marker here today. Tasha just being checked here, the 27-year-old goalkeeper from Palmeiras. It's just her 5th cap, 2 clean sheets in her first 4. The Swiss-born goalkeeper who comes in today to replace Lorena in goal.
Yeah, And you have to feel for her first touch, Natasha. And as you said, Luke, and only her 5th cap. It'll be interesting to see how she bounces back from this, not having much experience in goal from Brazil.
We mentioned the changes made to the lineup, 7 in total for Emma Hayes tonight. 7 of the starting 11 today have 5 or less caps. The average age of the 11 tonight for the US, 22.3. Total caps entering the match, just 187, of which 106 belong to Emily Sonnet, who captains the team today. And that leaves the average caps heading into this game for the starting 11 around 17 caps, and that is the lowest average cap per player since 2001.
24 years. It's amazing.
And that's a pretty perfect start for such an inexperienced lineup.
I was just going to say, you know what settles you pretty well when you're that inexperienced? A goal in the first minute.
Ball played in towards Gio, who pushes this one forward down the right side. Chased by Portillo. Gabby Portillo, the Gotham attacker, up against Emily Sonnet. Sonnet captaining the US for just the 2nd time tonight. The first time was back in February at She Believes Cup against Colombia, when she was honoured for her 100th cap. And she starts again alongside Tara McKeown in the centre of defence. Emma Hayes didn't want to make too many changes at the back. She did want to change the fullbacks, to have a look at Giselle Thompson on the right and Avery Patterson on the left, and with Albert and Hutton, the midfielders, in front. She said it was necessary to have McKeown and Sonnet starting once again. Thompson doing the defending on the far side as this one is put in towards the back post. Comes all the way towards the left back, Yasmin, Real Madrid defender. Lily Johannes got a touch to that one. And Johannes, who won the penalty at the weekend, is going to get the free kick here. The goal confirmed as 34 seconds. We're told Alyssa Thompson got the ball at the turnover at 6 seconds. So they went from 6 seconds winning the ball to having it in the net.
To her 50, 60-yard sprint.
Earliest US goal since Ashley Hatch scored in 24 seconds against Australia in November of 2021. What a start at PayPal Park, the home of Bay FC of NWSL and San Jose Earthquakes of Major League Soccer. Cooper will take the throw down the right side here.
Good press by the United States and Michelle Cooper to win it back in their attacking third.
Cooper once again down the right side. Came off the bench at the weekend. Here come Brazil forward over halfway with Gio. Atletico Madrid attacker has support from Caroline of Manchester City. Caroline, of course, with NWSL experience. 3 current NWSL players in the Brazil lineup, 5 in total who have played or are playing in the league. Talked about Michelle Cooper coming in off the bench at the weekend. 22-year-old who plays for Kansas City Current, came on for Trinity Rodman in the 61st minute in LA. Got the impression, talking to her, that she certainly enjoyed the physicality and the battle that she faced out there. She gave as good as she got. Alyssa Thompson just couldn't quite bring that one under control down the right side, and it's pushed forward.
And this is going to be interesting to see how Brazil handles this. I mean, that was a bit unlucky by Alyssa. That ball stood up on her because she's off for the races again, had it not.
This one played all the way in towards Yasmin at the back post. Mandy McGlynn will come and claim it. McGlynn getting the chance in goal tonight. Her last appearance was the 2-1 win in Glendale against Australia. Got a clean sheet on her debut, the 3-0 win against Argentina in Louisville last October. McGlynn of the Utah Royals starts tonight after Fallon Tullis-Joyce did so well at the weekend at SoFi Stadium. Emma Hayes saying it was always the plan coming in. She wanted to take a look at both Fallon Tullis-Joyce and Mandy McGlynn against a team like Brazil. And that's what she said about a lot of these younger players. You don't know exactly how they're going to respond against a team like this until you throw them in. Michelle Cooper, by the way, said she still didn't know why she got a yellow card at the weekend.
Yeah, I said, did you do something? Did you do something before that we didn't see on camera? She's like, no, that's what I didn't get.
Yasmin down the left side, pushing that one forward. McKeown away.
I did love after she said, okay, when they knocked me on my tail the first 2 times, I was like, okay.
It's not going to happen again.
Yeah, it's not going to happen again. I'm ready now. It does take some adjusting to when you're playing a team like Brazil and the physicality they bring. You almost have to brace yourself for it going into it.
Brazil across the back. Isa Haas starts again, a 6th cap for her after she played at the weekend. Back it goes towards Natasha. And then out to this left side for the Palmeiras defender, Faye Palermo. It is the 2nd time the Thompson sisters have started together. Here is Giselle Thompson. They both were in the 11 in Glendale against Australia in the She Believes Cup. This one turned down the right side by Macario. And it's Cooper. Macario in the box at the front post. Isa Haas sliding in. It's gone out. Has it for a corner? Maybe not. No. Let's head downstairs. Melissa Ortiz.
Alyssa and Giselle Thompson have dreamt of this moment of representing the USA since they were 8 years old. They're only 1 year apart. They had a poster in their room of the 2015 World Cup winning U.S. women's national team. When asked, what's the secret sauce to such talented kids? Side note, their younger sister Zoe also plays for the U.S. Youth U14 national team. They said they played different sports growing up, but, you know, track really helped with speed. As you can see, Alyssa and Giselle are very fast, but they really just fell in love with the game of soccer when they noticed how talented they were when they got called up to the youth national team. One of the best things I loved of what she said of why she loves playing soccer, Alyssa, is because she says she gets to play with her sister, Giselle. And now they're here, starting together on this very national team.
That's sweet. I don't think my sister would say that about me. Yes, she would. She would. That's awesome. I love that. And their 2nd start together, and they're only the 3rd pair of sisters to play for the U.S. women's national team. Obviously, the Mewises before them, and then before the Mewises, the Fairs. Ronnie and Lori Fair of my era.
It's the 5th time that sisters have started a game together. 2nd for the Thompson sisters, 3 times for the Mewis sisters. Lori and Ronnie Fair were on the squad together. But they didn't actually start. I was going to say all that way back in time, but... So it's back with Mandy McGlynn, and Emma Hayes was very impressed with Fallon Tullis-Joyce at the weekend, and with the number 1 jersey still very much up for grabs after the retirement of Alyssa Nair. Things starting to become a little clearer, I think. This is Kat Macario. Alyssa Thompson making a run through the middle. Natasha coming out there and gets to the ball just ahead of Alyssa Thompson. Natasha, after being rocked early in this game, was able to get there quickly.
Yeah, and Kat Macario just a little too much on that ball, but the way that Brazil is shaped up, again, they play a 3-back. They play even against that front 3 defensively, and I just think it is very dangerous with the speed of Thompson on one side and Cooper on the other, and the skill of a Macario to play even in the back. And they're playing a line that provides a lot of space in behind for these players to run onto, as you're seeing Michelle Cooper do here.
Here's the ball from Johannes, and this is Cooper. And Cooper pulls that one across. Lily Johannes tried to meet it inside the box. Kat Macario couldn't get there as well. It was just bouncing around, and Brazil just haven't really got organised yet. And a lot of that is down to the way the United States have started this game through almost 15 minutes. Hutton battling for it in the midfield. Yasmin inside towards Angelina, the captain for Brazil. Angelina, who played at the weekend, the Orlando Pride midfielder. Palermo away into touch for a throw on the near side. Corbin Albert, the only starter tonight that started the gold medal game for the US last summer.
Here's a little shimmy from Michelle Cooper on that right side a little bit earlier. Turns Faye Palermo. I mean, this Brazil back three has a handful with any front three, honestly, the United States puts out there. They've got so much depth right now with the younger players, with some of the veterans, with Trinity Rodman back in that first game. She's not going to be back even dressing this game because just making sure, being extra cautious with her back issues she's had over the last year. Her last time playing with the U.S. national team was the Olympic gold medal match against Brazil. So it was her first game back on Saturday. Got a goal in the first 5 minutes, which was fantastic to see. But I agree, in a game like this, you just don't want to press it and push it.
Caroline racing forward. Down the left side, it goes towards Gio. Gio's 19th cap, 4 goals for Brazil as she glides past Machione and plays that one into the middle. Cleared away by Hutton downfield. Issa Haas is back there defending. Macario, who, of course, was born in Brazil, getting the chance to play against the country where she was born for the second time this week.
Good little sequence here, and Gio, when she gets on the wing, she can beat players. The Atletico Madrid player, 4 goals for Atletico Madrid as well as Brazil. She's a handful.
You mentioned Trinity Rodman, and it was great to see her score that goal at the weekend. They cut inside here. Macario couldn't quite find Alyssa Thompson. Johannes. Patterson bursting forward. First start for Avery Patterson, who made her debut off the bench at the weekend. It was always part of the plan coming into this camp that Trinity Rodman would play the first game and likely wouldn't play many minutes, if at all, in the second game, especially with so few days between the games. And against a team like Brazil, who proved on that first game at the weekend that it can get a little bit rough out there as well. The staff, as always, being careful and cautious with a player's health and making sure that they're playing the long game. Emma Hayes doesn't want to take any risks in that respect with Trinity Rodman. Angelina, down the left side it goes, and Yasmin will race forward. Cooper tracking back as Yasmin plays that all the way across to the far side. Patterson got ahead to it. And now space once again down the left for Alyssa Thompson, who has had a lively start through 18 minutes. Push forward towards Kat Macario. It's Macario in on goal. Lauren getting back, doing the defending. The flag was up for offside.
Again, the sequence of these two on the left-hand side of the United States. And it didn't look like she was off with my naked eye. We'll get a look here. Played. Now I think she's in an onside position. Gets in front of Lauren, and Natasha gets stuck in no man's land. She's caught in between coming or staying in goal. And Macario just couldn't get the right touch on that finish.
Well, if that had gone in, it would probably have gone to VAR and have counted. Kat Macario, with that goal tonight, has contributed to at least 1 goal in 7 of her last 8 US starts, including 3 of 4 since returning from injury. Albert gets this one back for Hutton. All the way back towards Mandy McGlynn. Johannes couldn't get there. It's driven in by Judah Sampaio of Corinthians.
Look at all the alumni. Cindy Parlow, Allie, Danielle Slayton, Leslie Osborne before that. All the U.S. soccer alum and national team alum in the house, and all the Bay FC owners, founders. Brandy, I think, is out in Augusta for the Masters, so she missed this game, but fun to see them all here.
They've turned it over here. Portillo, McGlynn makes the save. The U.S. got caught trying to play out of the back. Johannes flips that one round the corner for Kat Macario. And Macario She's possessed there by Issa Haas. Patterson backwards for Sonnet. Back towards McGlynn once again. She'll get that one away as far as Corbinal, but the PSG midfielder down the right side. And Cooper brings that one down. Michelle Cooper making her first start for the US after 3 substitute appearances in her first 3 caps. Let's take a look at the AT&T net cam.
And this is something Emma wants this team to do, to build out of the back, but this is where Brazil is just so dangerous. Really good save by McGlynn to get an arm on that. But I'm not sure that's the ball you want to be playing with Brazil pressing as much as they do. They're hard to beat when they press like that. They come, they pick, and they come with numbers. Here's the foul just a little bit earlier with Cooper spinning out of pressure. Really good in tight spaces, Michelle Cooper. Really good start to the season as well for her. The 22-year-old, 2 goals and an assist already in 3 games for Kansas City Current. Talked to her before practice yesterday.
And now caught once again, it's Gabby Portillo. Maquion tried to get out of trouble. It was Hutton the first time. And the US need to grab hold of this a little bit as Brazil start to come into it a little bit more. The 1-0 lead inside the first minute through Kat Macario.
And you can see Brazil just baiting them, play them. They're all man-to-man marking, play them. And this is Claire Hutton getting caught. I think it's just too hard to handle that. And for a moment, rather than try and build so deep, you play a high ball and give numbers underneath. Play it up to that front 3, front 4. I think that's asking a lot of a very young team to build against the press that Brazil brings.
Kat Macario strong with the hold-up play once again. This is Lily Johannes back for Kat Macario. Macario into the path of Alyssa Thompson. It's Thompson. And cleared away by Lauren, the Atletico Madrid defender. Lauren into the starting lineup tonight. Didn't play in LA, started the Olympic final. And this one played through the middle once again, and McGlynn able to get that one as Gio looked to try and play it over the top. It is end-to-end.
A lot of transition and open play. And you can see how hard it is to defend Brazil when they get going in their transition game.
US Soccer on TBS is brought to you by Volkswagen, presenting partner of US Soccer. Katarina Macario's 10th international goal has the US in front. Macario doing such a good job at the weekend of the hold-up play. Emma Hayes was very complimentary of the way Macario played, holding up the ball. Said she loved her performance, and that started again tonight from Macario.
Yeah, and this is what you know about Macario. She's not going to be a stretch 9 that's pulling that back line deeper. And there is Alyssa Thompson fighting and battling.
That's moving forward towards Gio. Gio turning against Maquion. Support from Caroline down the left side. Caroline looking to try and get a shot to goal. It's 1-1. Caroline scores to tie the game in San Jose.
NWSL fans will remember her for her 3 seasons in North Carolina, 2023 NWSL MVP, in fact. She went on to play now at Man City.
Caroline with the finish. And Brazil had certainly stepped it up after a very slow start.
Yeah, you could feel that momentum shift in the pace of the game. And these last 10 for Brazil, growing into the game with a little more confidence.
scored a goal against Spain, the 4-2 win in the Olympic semi-final. That was her first goal since 2021. Joined Manchester City in January after 3 years in NWSL with the courage.
Another look at this. You can see Mickey Owen gets pulled out wide, gets beat on that side, and then it's wide open. Nice finish, though, by Caroline. Sonnet unable to step. Think could get a little bit tighter on her, and Caroline has in the presence to say, all right, I'm going to take a look.
But here's Alyssa Thompson once again. The ball pushed forward towards Katerina Macario, up against Issa Haas. Options in the middle as Macario cuts inside, might have a goal. Goal! Natasha tips it around for a corner for the US.
Good look from inside the goal on Natasha, making sure she could hold on to that. Parries it away.
This corner is about to be taken. Mandy McGlynn came a long way across to the technical area to get some instructions from the coaching staff.
And I am certain, well, I shouldn't say that because I am not certain, but I am fairly positive it has to do with some of the build-out play from the back.
Macario's ball in flicked away. Patterson trying to get there on the far side. Bit of a tussle there, and the referee allows play to continue as Corbin Albert has it down that left side. Now Patterson. It would be probably a good guess, I would think. Brazil with 4 players in the starting lineup that started the gold medal game. Yasmin, Lauren, Duda Sampaio and Gabi Portillo. 5 players in the side that started Saturday for Arthur Elias, his 8th ranked Brazilian team. So far it was their first defeat since the gold medal game. They had been unbeaten in 4 games since losing the gold medal match. They'd won 3 in a row before the loss in LA, beating Colombia and Australia twice towards the end of last year. Here's Hutt through the middle towards Macario. It's been an exciting start from the US going forward, and another chance here. Macario trying to get in, and it's put behind there by Faye Palermo for another corner.
Really good combo play again by Macario. Just that finishing touch for the United States, getting themselves into the good positions. Can they close out this game with another goal or two? Catch a breath.
Macario floats this one in nicely to the 6-yard box, drops towards Lily Johannes, comes back. Makion got a touch to it, but it's out and took a deflection actually for a corner on the far side. Tara Makion passing Emily Fox now for most minutes played for the US this year. Fox is on the bench tonight. 6 players have appeared in all 4 games so far this year for the US. Makion the only one starting tonight. Macario with the corner. This time in towards the front post. Back out for another corner here. 29 minutes gone, tied at 1-1. This time they'll go short. Alyssa Thompson, Macario linking up. The cross comes in, but there's no one on it. It's a 2-0 win for Emma Hayes' side at the weekend. Rodman's 5th-minute goal, the penalty from Lindsay Heats in the 66th minute in front of 32,303 at SoFi Stadium. Fantastic afternoon. Callum Tullis-Joyce, the 4th debutant goalkeeper in a row for the US to keep a clean sheet. Thompson inside for Johannes, who made a big impact off the bench at the weekend. Away by Issa Haas. Giselle Thompson with the ball inside for Cooper. Cooper goes for goal. Brought down by Avery Patterson. The ball forward towards Macario. Couldn't quite get that into the path of Albert, who recovered well. Patterson all the way back towards Emily Sonnet on cap 107 for Sonnet. This is McGlynn keeping things going across the back. Out for the Washington Spirit defender. Tara Makion forward towards Ajax midfielder Lily Johannes. The 17-year-old couldn't win it there as Yasmin tries to bring this one forward down the left for Brazil. Into the path of Gio. Gio causing trouble down the left side, comes back for Angelina on the edge of the box, but Albert should be able to get this one away.
This is the first goal we saw early. Sorry, the goal that Brazil just scored. Take a look where Giselle gets herself. She's coming out really high, and then what you see is Mikion coming in behind her. You got Giselle and Mikion on the wing there, so that outside back gap is a huge one. And these are all the things with not a lot of experience, as we said. 7 players on this roster, this starting 11 with under 5 caps, is that positional awareness of if one is going, we can't send a second, or we've got to rotate in to cover for that as well. And Caroline picking that ball up and finishing it nicely.
Giselle Thompson, just 19 years old, from Studio City, California, in the Under-20 World Cup squad last year. It's a 3rd cap, made a debut in the She Believes Cup in Houston against Colombia, then started the next game. 2nd year in NWSL with Angel City. She started all 3 games so far. Lauren with the throw on the far side. Made 4 starts at the Olympics. Former Kansas City defender. Joined Atletico Madrid from KC last August. Helped on by Angelina. Brought down by Giselle Thompson. Under pressure from Yasmin. Back it goes to Mandy McGlynn, who clears that one first time forward towards halfway. And Lily Johannes is able to bring this one down. Johannes slides the ball down the left towards Alyssa Thompson. Cooper and Macario both in the middle here. Alyssa Thompson running at Lauren. Great work from Alyssa Thompson. She couldn't pick out Macario, and it's behind for another US corner.
Lily Johannes in a perfect position, I thought, actually, to play her in on the inside shoulder. Instead, she sends her wide, sets up the 1v1 against Lauren again. Alyssa Thompson does well. Kat Macario trying to come across to that near post. Good defense in the end by Brazil.
I don't know if Arthur Elias does not like what he's seeing, but they're about to make 2 changes here. They're about to make a double substitution just over half an hour into this game. Luani and Marisa are both going to come out of the game. 2 relatively inexperienced players. Marisa only made a debut at the weekend, and Luani will be coming on for a debut. Corner number 6 for the US. They led after just 34 seconds. Macario scored it. Macario's ball into that 6-yard box is flicked away. Another corner, this time on the opposite side.
And I do think for the United States, for all the different looks they've been getting inside Brazil's box, to only have 1 on that score sheet really could be better. in terms of creating that separation from Brazil. A little sharper on that final piece of the puzzle.
Cooper's ball through, great ball into the path of Alyssa Thompson, grid off the line, and what a save! Johannes tries to turn it around. 2 chances there for Alyssa Thompson. Makion with the strike.
Really good movement by the United States because they're trying to pull Brazil out. That pulls that back line up a little bit, creates a little gap for Thompson. Scrappy defending, throwing their bodies in front of it. Isa Haas getting on the inline there.
Thought initially Natasha had got a hand to it in there, but it wasn't. It was a block. And here comes the change with Bruninia coming off, the Gotham defender who was brought into the starting lineup today. Is out. Lauren is out as well. So 2 players who came into the 11 today. Bruninia, who made her first start of the season in NWSL in the 0-0 against the Dash just before the break, has been taken out of the game. Macario. Great play from Macario once again. And that was a first chance for Maritza to come into the game. She's a defensive midfielder or a central defender. And Maritza has gone in at the back there.
Yeah, and both of those players go in on Brazil's right side, which who is on that left side for the United States of America is Alyssa Thompson. And that man right there, Arthur Elias, knows that she has been a handful. So Marisa goes in that right center back position, and Luani, number 19, in that right wing back position to try and provide some cover and contain number 11, Alyssa Thompson. How about playing in a match? That's never happened to me, by the way, where you look and you go, oh, they just changed that entire right side because of me. Do you think she thinks that? I think she should.
She was heavily involved in the build-up to the goal in the first minute. And Alyssa Thompson has been a standout, having got the assist in the last game for Trinity Rodman. It was her second US assist. Yasmin. But Arthur Elias decided he needed to fix it. Not afraid to make the change, even before half-time. Didn't want to wait. Now it goes off Michelle Cooper. Victory at SoFi was the 3rd win in 4 games played this year for the US. After losing against Japan in that final She Believes Cup game. Giselle Thompson will keep this one in play. Marisa wide to the right, looking for Luani on the debut. Luani running into Hutton. Johannes picked it up, but Angelina back down that right side. This is Portillo. Portillo with the cross in, and McGlynn can claim.
And you know the really nice thing about the progression of Alyssa Thompson, which we've talked about, but it's worth mentioning again, is one of the things that was always obviously her superpower is her ability to run by players one-on-one, and they wanted her to be able to combine more. And what we've seen in this game is, yes, she is running by players, but a lot of that comes from a combo play to get her into the space to do that. A bounce pass off of Catarina Macario, a bounce pass off a midfielder like Lily Johannes. And that is the progression of a very young player who has a ton of pace.
Emma Hayes mentioned to us just how impressed she has been with the way that Alyssa Thompson has closed the gap over the course of the last 3 camps, from where she was back in October to where she is now. Palermo will take this throw down the left side. Cooper in with the challenge. Palermo pushing it forward for Gio. Giselle Thompson does well getting back there. Yasmin with the cross towards the edge of the box. Foot in from Sonnet. Caroline trying to get in, but it's through for McGlynn. We're 5 minutes from half-time here. An entertaining, high-tempo first 45 so far at PayPal Park in San Jose. Stadium where the US has won its previous 5 matches. The last time they were here was the World Cup send-off game in July of 2023. 2-0 win against Wales. Couple of goals from substitute that day, Trinity Rodman, in the final 15 minutes of the game. Maritza. Now Caroline from deep. Albert got a touch to it. This is Hutton. No foul given here as Caroline will race onto it on halfway. Having Portillo down that right side. Gio is in the middle. Portillo running at Sonnet here. Pulled back towards the edge of the area. Luani down the right. Sonnet with a challenge. Out it goes for a corner. Yasmin will take this one. 28-year-old who plays for Real Madrid. Played 73 minutes starting the game at SoFi Stadium. This ball played into the front post and deflection, I think. Johannes was the one in there defending. Against Issa Haas, the central defender. Has got her first international goal against Colombia in a 3-1 win back in October. It's her second cap. They're checking for a handball here. There is VAR in use, but the check, I think, has been done, and the corner will take place. No, they're still holding. Tatiana Guzman of Nicaragua says everything is okay. So referee Marianela Araya gets things going once again. Yasmin will take the corner from the far side. 2.5 minutes until the break as it comes back from Luani down the right. Luani's ball in. This is Portillo against Albert. And the flag up for offside, so this will be a goal kick.
Number 19 for Brazil, Luani on that right side, though. In just the few minutes she's been in, she's been causing some problems for that left side of the United States. Brazil on the right side.
Coming up next, the Volkswagen halftime show. Pitch side with Becky Sauerbrunn, Shannon Box and Sarah Walsh. Picked up in the midfield by Hutton. This is Albert. Does well under pressure to get that one back for McKeown. Down the right side for Cooper. Decent first touch. Angelina was covering. Goes out of play off Angelina. New Jersey born. Brazilian parents. Now in her second year in Orlando after 3 with the Rain. Won the championship last year, of course. Angelina starting all 3 games this season, and what a start Orlando have made this year in NWSL with 3 straight wins. Current also with 3 straight wins to start the campaign. Gio. Yasmin. Forward towards Caroline. Well done there by Claire Hutton. And that's a free kick for the US. Inside the final minutes of the first half. And it is still 1-1 here in San Jose.
You look at that 3 in the midfield for the United States. And Corbin Albert, Claire Hutton, and Lily Johannes, some young players, and really Emma Hayes saying, I need to see a Claire Hutton in a game like this. I need to see where Corbin Albert is in a game like this. And I need to see where Lily is in a game like this. And I think this has been a really quiet game for Lily Johannes based on what we've seen. Obviously, the physicality of it creates some problems for her when she doesn't have the time and space on the ball like she has in the past, but it's part of the growth of these players learning how to play under this pressure.
She came in and made a big impact at the weekend. Stoppage time is presented by Deloitte, into 5 minutes of time being added on.
She sure did. When she came off the bench, having watched the game, came in for the last 30, made an immediate impact. And drew the penalty kick, of course.
Albert standing over this, but it's likely to go short to Macario. Macario back for Corbin Albert. Albert sending this one in. Natasha can come and claim, and looks to get things going quickly down the right side with Marisa. Luani over there on the far side on her debut, 22 years old, plays for Atletico Madrid. Gio cutting in from the left, touchline up against Makion. Gio's ball in, took a deflection on the way through. Gio with another opportunity here. Back for Angelina on the edge of the box. All the way out towards Luani. Marisa there for support. It's blocked by Lily Johannes. We talked about the youth of the midfield. Lily Johannes, 17 years old. Claire Hutton, 19 years old. Corbin Albert,
all
with
of
26
21.
caps, just 21 years old.
Yeah.
Albert at 21, the second most caps on the roster tonight.
I mean, it's so fun to see how good these young kids are right away, these younger players.
Angelina across to the left side. Yasmin has a bit of space here as Giselle Thompson comes out to try and close down. Yasmin cutting inside. Gives it away. Hutton can clear towards halfway. And Macario will give the chase here and just able to keep it in play. Cooper racing forward in the middle. Macario goes all the way herself towards Johannes on the edge of the box. And they just didn't quite take advantage of that break.
I think Macario had Cooper if she had played her in. That slip ball was dying to be played. Really good run by Cooper to get there and support.
Brazil wanted to take this quickly, but they'll be made to bring it back. The game at SoFi was just the second time Brazil had failed to score in the last 8 games. Both of those games where they were shut out were against the US, but they found the net tonight to level things up. A goal from Caroline in the 24th minute after Kat Macario had scored after just 34 seconds to give the US the lead. Natasha out to the right side. Marisa looking long, trying to find Portillo. Portillo with the flick into the path of Caroline. Keown going across to defend. Caroline slides past the challenge. Caroline only has 1 goal tonight. This time comes towards Yasmin at the back post. Yasmin lays it off. Over the bar.
Brazil doing a really good job of pulling apart those defenders. That's Miquione all the way on that left side now, turning those U.S. defenders. And Brazil, similar to what we've seen on the other side for the United States, just not clinical in front of goal when given that look.
Duda Sampaio with 2 international goals. Had a great look there to get her 3rd career goal. Cap number 33 tonight for the Corinthians midfielder. There's Michelle Cooper trying to get in around the back. It's Cooper for the US. Michelle Cooper! Denied by Natasha. Cooper already with 1 international goal in her first 3 caps.
Really well done by Lily Johannes to play her in. Looks like she's in an onside position. And look at this first touch by Cooper. Cuts the defender off. She gets herself in a good position. And Natasha plays that angle so well. Great save by the Brazilian keeper.
Well done there by Cooper to get into that position. Natasha comes to claim. Cooper scored her first international goal against Australia just 6 minutes after coming on in that game in Glendale. One back by Hutton down the left side. Not too many options forward. Everyone had got back there. And the Makion at the back, and also Lily Johannes as we get things underway, all tied up here with 45 minutes to go of this two-game series against Brazil. The US managed to get the victory at SoFi Stadium at the weekend. Can they find a goal in the second half to make it back-to-back wins against the 8th-ranked Brazil? Alana Cook getting the opportunity here in the second 45 minutes. She'll turn 28 years old on Friday. It's her first US appearance since playing Colombia in San Diego in October of 2023. Her first camp under Emma Hayes, and she said to us before the first game that she's been exhausted every night. It's mentally so demanding when you're coming in trying to take everything on board that Emma Hayes is trying to teach. And she said coming back at a later stage in her career to this US women's national team, she's got more perspective, she's learned more about herself and has a better sense of what it takes to be prepared for this moment and to be confident. So good opportunity for Alana Cook now in the second 45 minutes of this one, because if the first half is anything to go by, the US backline is sure to be tested. Goes off Patterson and out of play. Hayes talked about the great personality and emotional maturity that Avery Patterson has. She's probably one of the most ready players she's seen of any of the new players coming in. Consistency she has, how good she is on both sides of the ball, good aerially, likes the fact she's aggressive and tenacious, and tonight first start for Patterson after making a debut off the bench at the weekend. Luani down the right side here for Brazil. Sampaio, who had that effort towards the end of the half, was the one getting the strike away there, but it's Macario now, put forward down the right for Cooper to chase onto. And no foul given there as Cooper is knocked to the ground. Gio chasing forward. Sonnet clears into touch on the far side.
Good cover by Sonnet, coming all the way across. Talked about Avery Patterson and her being good going on both sides of the ball. UNC, her freshman year, she was a center back. Her sophomore year, she was a wing back. Her junior year, she was a winger. She kept moving forward. Scored a lot of goals as well. Scored 2 in the national final in 2022 against UCLA. Put UNC up. The Tar Heels up 2-0, and then UCLA came roaring back to win it 3-2. But incredibly versatile, and there she is, Avery Patterson.
Patterson's ball forward. Alyssa Thompson chasing, but Natasha able to get it out wide to this right side for one of those 2 changes made mid-first half by Brazil. Prince's ball forward, flicked on there by Gio. Alana Cook gets a touch and McGlynn will clear away. Luani inside. Sampaio out to that far touchline. With Guam and Julie Foudy in the broadcast booth and Melissa Ortiz pitch side.
I got to speak to head coach Emma Hayes at halftime. She said she does want to use the full squad, but of course, giving experience to these players. They talked about the build-up in the locker room. The team can't play short if the team isn't set in position. They also had to speak to goalkeeper Mandy McGlynn about decision-making and execution, something that we did see with a few mistakes in that first half, and that the team needs to recognize spaces in behind. The team won 65% of the duels in the first half. And they need to pick and choose which battles to continue being aggressive. And in terms of the changes, Alana and Jaden, that was pre-planned.
Well done. That's a lot of information Melissa just got in there. Impressive. 65% too of the duels. I mean, that's the one thing Emma was certain to get across in our pregame meeting yesterday is this team will be dueling the Brazilians. If you can't bring that, then you've got nothing. You've got to match that dueling behavior. And then the challenge, of course, is can you then play? Can you hold it? Can you dictate the game?
Good play this from the US. Shaw couldn't find the ball forward. There were 11 shots for the US in the first half. Brazil with 7. 6 for the US on target. 4 on target for Brazil. 1-1 the scoreline as Luani down the right side. Patterson in there with the challenge.
We've talked about this, Luke, but the average sequence of passing for the United States is 6 to 8 passes. In that last game against Brazil on Saturday, the United States averaged 2 passes per sequence. Just to tell you how disruptive this Brazilian defense can be.
That one's gone out for Brazil corner off the back of Alyssa Thompson. Thompson with 2 goals in the first 3 NWSL games for Angel City so far this year. Played 85 minutes in LA. This is corner number 4 for Brazil. The US with 8 corners in the first half. Yasmin will take it. Curled into that 6-yard box. Touch on it from Corbin Albert. Brought down here by Caroline, the Brazil goal scorer. Thompson on the far side trying to get this one away. Played in towards that front post. Issa Haas couldn't get on it. Can the US break clear here? And that was a foul. Faye Palermo with the challenge.
Well done by Claire Hutton to just get out of pressure.
Lynn with the high ball downfield. Maritza heads back forward. Angelina helps it on. Gabby Portillo will chase. Sonic gets a touch to it. Sonic battling there with her club teammate, both of Gotham. Seven minutes gone in the second half, and the throw coming here from Maritza, who has won the league 3 times in Brazil. Over 100 appearances for Corinthians. Free kick given once again here. US Soccer on TBS is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. First ever visit to PayPal Park for the US women's national team was just shortly after the stadium opened back in May of 2015. It was a 3-0 win against Ireland on that day. A couple of goals for Abby Wambach and 1 for Julie Ertz. Since then they've been Ireland here, Romania, Canada, Chile and Wales. Caroline, Manchester City attacker. 7 WSL games for Caroline. This is Angelina battling with Corbin Albert. Angelina's ball into the middle. Gio. Just dispossessed, picked up by Gio! The deflection takes it behind for a Brazil corner.
You see Brazil, as soon as they lose the ball, look at the numbers around Claire Hutton. 2-3 players, almost that deflection. Catching Mandy McGlynn. Brazil really unlucky here not to slip that one
in. Gio, who had that chance, actually played for the US at youth level. Yasmin with this one in towards the 6-yard box. Away by Sonnet. Swept in towards Caroline here, just inside the box. US able to get it away, only as far as Luani down the right side. Luani's ball in towards the edge of the area. Sonnet doing the defending as this one comes all the way back for Issa Haas. Headed away by Giselle Thompson. Michelle Cooper might need some treatment here. Well, a couple of US soccer staff are in their final game tonight. Aaron Gonzalez in the foreground, the US Soccer Director of Event Production, is one of them, leaving US Soccer after tonight's game. And Gisela Moreno, Manager of Media. Both of those people have done so much in helping us bring the broadcasts to you, and we thank them both, Aaron and Gisela, for their help and support and all of their work and effort that has gone into helping us deliver the broadcasts on game day and everything else that they have done for US soccer over the course of the last few years. They will certainly be missed.
They will indeed. And Gisela's like, can you please get that camera off of me?
The answer's no. Michelle Cooper being checked out here. And a couple of US changes are going to be made, and Michelle Cooper will be leaving the game. I think Lindsay Heaps is getting set to come in here as one of the changes. Maybe Yasmin Ryan as well. So as Cooper gets checked out here, there will certainly be no risk taken. And in fact, it's going to be another change as well. Triple change coming. Sam Coffey will be coming in as well. Not bad to be able to bring on Sam Coffey, Lindsay Heaps, and all the experience that they will bring. Kat Macario leaves the game after getting her 10th goal of her international career. Our Auto Trader key sub of the game sees Lindsay Heaps coming in. Michelle Cooper will be replaced by Yasmin Ryan. Lindsay Heaps gets the captain's armband from Emily Sonnet. Heaps scoring at the weekend as our Auto Trader key sub of the game. And tonight, on her first start for Michelle Cooper, she had a couple of decent opportunities.
I think she looked really lively in that first half, getting in behind, almost getting that one on Natasha that she deflected wide. I think she had a really good game, and I talked to her yesterday about this is only her second camp with the U.S. team, and just how much in one camp she's already felt such a difference. Being that the first one, she said, I didn't even talk, and that's not me because I'm usually telling jokes and super loud. And she said, the second one, I was back to myself. I said, oh, good. And I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of these players played together on the youth national teams as well.
Emma Hayes was also making the point yesterday as the yellow card is shown there. And Marianela Araya of Costa Rica.
You can see they're both battling and tugging, but then you get an arm here with Alana Cook and a tug with the jersey there. You can't see it in that one, but it's that tug that got that yellow.
But Emma Hayes made a point of talking about the experienced players at the press conference yesterday ahead of this game, talking about the quality of their leadership, allowing the younger players to come in with confidence and make the impact. Issa Haas across the back, all the way towards Maritza. As we approach the hour mark here in San Jose, the on-ball forward, down there by Caroline, picked up by Patterson. That went out for a US throw. Patterson just getting 2 or 3 minutes off the bench at the weekend, coming in for Emily Fox in the 88th minute, was part of the Futures camp in January, represented the US at youth level. Now Jaden Shaw. Alyssa Thompson down the line for Shaw to chase onto. Maritza back there. Out of play it goes for a throw.
It'll be a good test for some of these young legs coming in and fresh legs. And Jaden Shaw, Yasmin Ryan, Heaps, Coffey, a little bit of experience. Can they dictate a little bit more of this tempo?
Natasha with the high ball forward. We talked about how few caps there were in the starting lineup. Well, Lindsay Heaps comes on tonight for 165. Sam Coffey still at 33 with this cap tonight. Dr. Elias urging his side forward quickly. And puts his hands on his head at the fact that they couldn't get things going. Rita will take the throw. First joined the senior squad for the training camp before the Olympics last year. Rita's throw into the box. Portillo was battling, Cook gets it away. Alyssa Thompson tried to get ahead onto that one, but it's out of play for a US throw here. With the changes, the stoppages, it's just stopped the flow a little bit.
Yeah. This game already with the physicality of it is choppy, but really no rhythm that either team can grab right now.
Back to Patterson. Patterson now down injured.
Caught that one right in the eye.
It's been quite a week for Avery Patterson. Of course, there was the incident in the elevator on the day of her debut on Saturday. She said that it was a crazy 48 hours from making her debut at the weekend. Said everyone she's ever met in her life reached out to her. The amount of messages she got, not just about the debut, but also about the events that led up to it.
Yeah, we said about, what, your first cap or the elevator? She's like, both, equally so. And it wasn't just, 5-10 minutes in the elevator stuck. It was a good 45, 50 minutes. 2 fire trucks.
And Alana Cook, who has come on today, was also a part of that. Was stuck in the elevator, of course, with Becky Sauerbrunn. But the other thing that Avery Patterson talked about leading up to the game was how she'd spoken to a lot of her former coaches at both club and youth level ahead of the camp. And they'd given her advice.
Yeah. And I love that she checked in with them to get their feedback. You could see her right eye there, the way that ball caught it, because of the really got it good. It's already swelling and red. But you could see from the reaction she had immediately that it caught her.
So another change coming here, and it looks like it will be Crystal Dunn. this is the final change that can be made by Emma Hayes tonight, which would mean that Emily Fox will not play. She's appeared in the last 38 games in a row, all the way back to April of 2023 against Ireland in St. Louis, which was the game after she scored her first international goal. But 2 years of Emily Fox appearing in every game until what it seems like tonight won't be the case. Just waiting for Crystal Dunn to come in, so the US player down for the time being.
And here's the thing about these games, you know, as the time wears on and you really are thinking, I just want to get out of here without an injury, you can't go into the mode of like, well, I'm going to back out of tackles or I'm not going to play as aggressively to try and get out of these last, you know, 20, 30 minutes without an injury, because that's when actually you're most vulnerable.
Shaw felt the full force of that challenge. Cook coming over, gets the foot in. Martha Elias charging down the touchline, wanted a free kick there. Nothing was given by the referee or the assistant. That one's out for a Brazil throw. That's a US throw right by the corner flag.
Yeah, I think the assistant referee actually flagged for Brazil.
Crystal Dunn was nowhere near ready, expecting to come into this game. Still trying to find the jersey.
She's like, wait, she should not have her jersey on. That's fantastic, if so.
Angelina's ball forward, Duda Sampaio all the way back towards Isa Haas. Isa Haas now appearing in 6 games in a row for Brazil. There she is once again, the 25-year-old Cruzeiro defender. Crossfield ball from Marisa, out wide to that far side, picked up by Caroline. Angelina. Saw Thompson trying to stop Yasmin on the far side, and that just goes wide. Led into the box, Portillo was coming across to try and get on the end of it.
Really good run by Portillo. She stops, she cuts, she gets in. Nips in front of Sonnet, almost catches that near post. So close.
So Crystal Dunn comes in, and having brought on the 164, now 165 caps of Lindsay Heaps, another player with over 150 caps for this team, Crystal Dunn. Appearance number 159 tonight for Crystal Dunn at Paris Saint-Germain. PSG second, 10 points behind Lindsay Heaps Lyon. Lindsay Heaps starting both of the Champions League quarter-final games against Bayern. It was a 6-1 aggregate win. Now she'll go up against Emily Fox and Jenna Niswanger in the semi-final against Arsenal. Let's head back downstairs to Melissa.
I got to speak to Crystal Dunn, and she shared with me at PSG she's actually played every position just in 4 games. Left back, right back, left wing, forward. Mostly playing on the wide channel, but she's been absolutely enjoying it and soaking in this experience. She didn't expect to go to Europe at this point in her career, and she said the most challenging thing is actually being away from her son. Home base is New York.
Caroline across to Yasmin on the far side.
Home base for Crystal has been in Paris while her son and her husband are in New York. And she says, you know, you go through a lot of mom guilt, but with her schedule of being back and forth for U.S. women's national team and with Paris, she said it was better for her family. And I told her what an inspiration to Crystal, because to be that as a mom, not only a professional soccer player, but to be fighting for her dreams, living her dreams, she says that's the example I wanted to show my son.
Crystal Dunn playing 90 minutes at the weekend at SoFi Stadium. It was the first full game she'd played for the US since the gold medal match. This is what happened with Sonnet just stepping on the foot there of Gabby Portillo, her Gotham teammate.
Yeah, take that one. You know, I look at these games, and for how much skill and talent you have on the field for both sides, right? Like, it shouldn't just be this physical battle. Like you want it, of course, to be a duel, but what this actually disintegrates into is just this choppy, not real pretty, you know, and there's too much skill on the field for that. I don't think Brazil needs to be as physical as they are. They should slow the game down a little bit. They could combine and play make around the United States, and actually I think would be more successful. So I know that's not their style with Arthur Elias and how he coaches. He wants them fighting, he wants them emotional, but I just wonder in this build-up to the World Cup with the depth they have, if they're better served to actually pull back a little bit on that. You're going to always be physical, but actually play. They're Brazil, they're so good on the ball, and it's lost with this type of game that they play.
Portillo back on the pitch, fine to carry on. She started the first 2 games in NWSL, then played just over half an hour off the bench against Houston before the break. Gotham preparing for North Carolina Courage on Sunday. Into the final 20 minutes at PayPal Park in San Jose. The next time we'll see this team will be the end of May, early June. 2 games against China in St. Paul and St. Louis. We'll have games at the end of June and early July where they'll play Ireland twice in Commerce City and Cincinnati, and then July 2nd against Canada in DC. And out to the right side, Luani. Joining Atletico Madrid from the Reign last August. Actually making an NWSL appearance with them. This is Gio. Gio's ball across goal. And Sonic pokes it behind for a corner.
Really unselfish by Gio, and there is that really good ball by Luani dropped in. And I thought Gio was going to rip one there. Tries to play it across to Caroline.
Takes it once again. McGlynn comes to claim it. McGlynn gets things going down the right side towards Lindsay Heaps, up against Angelina. And she couldn't pick out Yasmin Ryan. The average number of caps in the 11 for Emma Hayes now is 50.4. At the start of the game, it was 17.9.
It is just insane when you looked at that roster that we started with. 17.9 average caps, lowest for the last 24 years. 7 of the starting 11, 5 caps or less. Average age 22.3.
And that's the youngest side that Emma Hayes has put out since taking charge of this team. This game number 20 for Hayes. 16 wins in the first 19. So far was the 12th clean sheet in 19 games. The goal scored by Caroline tonight, just the 9th goal given up under Emma Hayes.
And we said it in pregame, but it's worth repeating, is Emma Hayes said, look, I got to see these players under the pressure of a Brazilian-style game. We're not going to have a game like this until maybe the World Cup.
Free kick given here against the US. Ali Sentinel getting set to come in. So Michelle Cooper was a concussion substitution, so they are allowed another change. We'll ask if Patterson was as well, because that was a knock to the head that Avery Patterson got. So the change coming here with Sentnor coming in to replace Alyssa Thompson, who had a very, very good first half.
Yeah, I think Alyssa Thompson's going to be really pleased with that. This second half, haven't been able to get that rhythm going for the United States, really for either team.
ball forward down the left side. Angelina battling for it. Coffey got a touch to that one, but it's played high towards Luani. Luani with a little flick, and Sonnet brings this one down, up towards halfway. Lindsay Heaps battling for this one, finds Crystal Dunn. Ball played forward towards Jaden Shaw. Shaw setting centre, chasing forward down the left side. Marisa back there, turns away, and looks to play that one down the touchline. Marisa able to win the throw here for Brazil. The US unbeaten in the last 11 against Brazil. LA at the weekend was their 9th win in a row. The longest winning run by any team against Brazil. US unbeaten in the last 25 against the Brazilians on home soil. Brazil haven't beaten the US since a 3-2 victory in Brasilia in December of 2014. Marta scored a couple of goals that day. Caroline now down. Two-time Challenge Cup winner in NWSL. In her 3 years with the Courage, the MVP in 2023. Joined Manchester City in January. Scored in a 2-1 loss against Chelsea. Made a substitute appearance in the League Cup final loss against Chelsea. Double change coming for Brazil very shortly. Kaká and Lais Estevam will be coming in. Jaden Shaw chasing onto this one. Natasha comes a long way and got there just ahead of Shaw.
And I will say, Natasha's had a good recovery off that first touch. The goal that Catarina Macario scored. Shaky first touch. Made a couple big saves. Quick off her line there. Only the 5th cap for Natasha.
She conceded 34 seconds into this one. This is Shaw with a ball through the middle. Yasmin Ryan is onto it. Ryan's done well. Back it comes here for Sentinel. Coffey. Bit of space here for Yasmin Ryan. Brought down by Caroline. Hutton trying to win it back as that one's cleared towards Gio on halfway. Sonnet against Portillo here as they battle once again. Now Crystal Dunn under pressure. One rolls out of play for a throw for Brazil. And I think they'll make the changes here. Kaká coming on for a 3rd cap. Moved to Sao Paulo last year after a couple of years with Santos, a Brazilian Supercopa winner last month. Faye Palermo making way.
It was Faye Palermo who just chased down Yasmin Ryan to save that goal-scoring opportunity. Just came off the field for Kaká.
Change sees Lais Estevam coming in, 24-year-old midfielder from Palmeiras. Made a debut in the She Believes Cup last year in the 3rd place game in Columbus against Japan, which Brazil won on penalties. She played in 3 games in a row before not playing at SoFi at the weekend. Out of play there off Kaká, who got a first touch. She slotted in on the right side of the back 3. Done with the throw. Sampaio, the other player to lead the game. A couple of opportunities that she had, including a really good one towards the end of the first half with the scoreline at 1-1. This is Shaw. Out of play for a throw for Brazil. Shaw thought it should have been given the way of the US. With just 1 loss in the last 15 games against teams in FIFA's top 10. That was the Japan defeat in the She Believes Cup. This is Giselle Thompson. Down the right side it goes. Yasmin Ryan pushing it forward. Lindsay Heaps trying to get onto that one. It's out of play for a US throw, which Ryan will look to take quickly here. In towards Giselle Thompson. Ryan forward for Heaps. Thompson. Dunn coming across quickly to try and get the challenge in, but Luani will bring it forward here for Brazil. They've got numbers up here. Luani tried to play that one into the middle. Sonnet steps into it. Luani's shot, I think, might go out. No, kept in play. Luani in towards the 6-yard box. Cook clears away. This time it's Hutton. Hammered downfield. Issa Haas gets ahead to it. And here's Yasmin Ryan. Support coming down the middle from Lindsay Heaps, from Jaden Shaw. Yasmin Ryan going on the outside. Yasmin Ryan. Still looking for a first international goal. Yasmin Ryan, the 26-year-old from Norman, Oklahoma, coming in for cap number 9 tonight.
Doing a really good job, though, of Yasmin Ryan of stretching that back line. Here she is getting in behind. I think maybe Jaden Shaw wasn't sure whether to give her that short support to bounce off. Could have come perhaps a little bit earlier, so Yasmin Ryan goes out wide instead.
Turned over here to Ali Sentnor. Sentnor drives it in, cleared away. Maybe a second chance here coming on the edge of the box. Jaden Shaw first to react. Picked up here by Lindsay Heaps, who has support down the left from Dunn, but will float this one in towards the back post, where it's away by Maritza. Drops towards Sam Coffey. Shaw couldn't quite flick it on. Angelina long downfield. Back to place. Esteban, the substitute. Deep into the US half. Giselle Thompson will take the throw on the far side. Shaw with a lovely ball down the right. It's Yasmin Ryan. Sentnor's on her own in the middle. It's played in too far above Ali Sentnor, who will continue to chase and pick it up by the corner flag. Support coming from Dunn. Dunn's ball into the box, flicked away only as far as Hutton.
I like that. That's ambitious by Claire Hutton. Doesn't he? It has the time to take a touch, and he's like, why not? I'm going to whip this one as it's coming down. Doesn't get over it.
Second start for Claire Hutton, the 19-year-old from Bethlehem, New York. Played 69 minutes on her debut against Australia in Glendale. Nominated for the NWSL Rookie of the Year last year. Started all 3 games in the league. Maybe Natasha won't be able to carry on here inside the final 10 minutes. But just before that, Ali Sentnor was alone in the middle if Yasmin Ryan could have found her.
Yeah, and it was the right idea. It was just the wrong execution. She saw it, just couldn't get it across to her.
Here is the all-state moment of the match, and it came very early. In fact, after just 34 seconds today.
Yeah, Alyssa Thompson on the run, gets caught there by the defender, and Natasha can't grab it. It's bobbled, and Macario there to clean it up. But it all started from that 50, 60-yard run by Alyssa Thompson in behind the defender, Lauren. And Macario continuing that tear of goal scoring now that she's back for the United States.
That gave the US the first-minute lead. Caroline tied things up in the 24th minute. But Alyssa Thompson was having so much joy down the left side that 10 minutes before half-time, Arthur Elias, the Brazil coach, decided to make a double change on that side. It seems as if Natasha will be okay to continue. This is her first appearance since the first game of the final window last year, when she was in goal for a 3-1 win against Australia in Brisbane. 2 clean sheets, got one on her debut against the Netherlands in a 0-0 draw in March of 2020, and then one in a 4-0 win against Jamaica last June. No clean sheet tonight, though. Hutton. Marissa's ball forward. into the middle, and it's a chance here. McGlynn with the save. Gabby Portillo got the shot away. Claire Hutton breaks up the play, did really well. 6 minutes left to play. Out of play on the far side for a Brazil throw.
Another look at this, and they find Duda Sampaio in the middle of the field. Look at that ball in to Gabby Portillo. Really should do better with that. But such a nice ball in by Sampaio.
It's Caroline down the left side. Caroline cutting inside. McGlynn with the save once again. And put over the bar by Luani.
Another opportunity wasted by Brazil. They put themselves, Caroline does all the work. Luani in a position, gets it all wrong. All her weight is shifted back. Got to get over that ball that's bouncing up.
Heaps helping that one on. Sentinel couldn't get there. Hutton will. Through the middle it goes towards Lindsay Heaps. We allow plays to continue there. Coffey coming across to try and make the challenge. Hutton as well as it's played in towards Gio just on the edge of the box. Yasmin coming forward down the left side. Free kick given here for Brazil.
You need to hear the crowd react to that. If you're not going to give it in midfield and you're going to give it there. The foul on Heaps, and then instead Giselle Thompson gets called for it on the other side. Not a lot in that.
So a chance here for Brazil from a set piece inside the final 5 minutes. Yasmin over there. Angelina the other one. Likely Angelina with that right foot, you would think, from this sort of position. Angelina swings it in.
Got it around that wall, but not enough. Well, position that wall exactly what it's supposed to do. You got to get up and over it instead. If you want to get it on frame.
Yasmin curling that left foot around it as McGlynn slips here. Cook away towards halfway. Shaw flicks it on. Coffey steps in, forward towards Heaps. Shaw, push forward and Ryan will chase him. Marisa plays it away. Down the line it goes here for Lindsay Heaps. Heaps with the early cross in, Natasha can play. Towards halfway from Natasha, dropping out of play for a US throw. Inside the final 2 minutes, there'll be a fair bit of stoppage time to be added on. The second half certainly has not lived up to the entertainment value we had in the first 45 minutes.
No, it hasn't. You could see some tired legs. A lot of changes. Don't contribute to the flow as well.
Issa Haas down the right side. Kakar launching this long forward. Sonnet underneath it. Caroline, whose goal has this game tied. Caroline towards the byline. Up against Dunn. Caroline puts that cross in. She said she was caught by Dunn. It's out for a goal kick. Caroline. He's waving at the assistant referee from about 10 yards away. The Brazil coach, not for the first time today, after Elias halfway down the touchline.
I mean, with the naked eye, it did look like she got a deflection on it. She did not. She did get her ankle, which is what she's asking for.
Jennifer getting set to come in for Brazil here for the final few moments. We head towards stoppage time. Sentinel trying to turn. Picked up by Luani. Sonnet able to get back there, taking advantage of the fact that Laïs Estevan couldn't keep her footing. Waiting to see how much time is added on here. Double change coming from Brazil as Portillo gets to the byline, and that goes off Sonnet. Another Brazil corner. 7 minutes to be added on. Our stoppage time presented by Deloitte. Still plenty of time for some late drama in San Jose. Yasmin with the corner. McGlynn comes through the crowd. Tio heading back into the box. Coffey got a touch to that one, but it drops back here for Yasmin. Sentinel back defending. Coffey there as well. Coffey away towards Yasmin Ryan down the left side. And out of play it goes for a US throw.
Gio has put in a shift these two games. Number 21 for Brazil. Up top, then she's back. Very active and busy on both sides of the ball. Such a dangerous player.
The double change coming up for Brazil. Not just Jennifer, but also Amanda Gutierrez, who started the game at the weekend in Los Angeles. 24-year-old from Palmeiras, who has been the top scorer in Brazil the last 2 seasons. Done with the throw. Inside it goes towards Hutton. Coffey. Dunn's ball forward, Shaw will chase. Cut out by Hutton once again. Sentinel. Forward for Ryan. Shaw trying to get there, but it's Angelina picking it up in the midfield. And a free kick given here for Brazil. 5 minutes of stoppage time left to be played as the change comes here, and Gio will make way. And the other player leaving the game is Gabby Portillo. 30th cap for the Gotham attacker tonight. Made a debut against Spain back in April of 2022. Hutton.
See, there's a perfect example. Brazil has the United States facing back to their goal they're trying to attack. Why give it back to them by fouling them? Just put the pressure on. Keep pressing. Maybe you pick it, but don't foul.
Goes from Mandy McGlynn. Jennifer battling there. Amanda Gutierrez with Sonnet. Free kick given this time against Amanda Gutierrez. With a chance to put this ball long forward towards the edge of the Brazil penalty area.
I wonder how long Emily Sonnet stays in an ice bath after this game is what I just keep thinking.
Cook with the high ball forward. Heaps couldn't meet it in the air, but it drops for Hutton, who lifts that one in towards the edge of the box. This time it's Coffey helping it back in, Shaw battling. And here come Brazil. Down the right side, it's Luani. Luani lays it across. And it's the substitute, Amanda Gutierrez, deep into stoppage time, who might well have won it here for Brazil. Huge celebrations on the touchline, involving the coaching staff, the substitutes as well. Straight off the bench, Amanda Gutierrez could be the match winner.
Brazil does what it does best. It gets the ball forward, and then it's a race for it. Luani in behind Crystal Dunn, and such a good ball with just the pace needed across to Gutierrez. She takes a look, didn't take it herself. All you need is an easily played ball across, and Gutierrez makes no mistake about it. And the United States caught in transition. Giselle Thompson up, Crystal Dunn up, and Alana Cook left to try and defend. And that will be one that hurts, as this United States team has battled. They've had their chances, they've had their looks. To be fair, both teams haven't been very clean in front of goal, but you could feel that building. Brazil growing into that second half and the end of the game.
Jasmine Ryan's ball forward, Giselle Thompson at the byline. For the last 3 games against Brazil, the US had kept clean sheets. The last player in a Brazil jersey to score against the US was Ludmila, the final game of the She Believes Cup in Frisco in 2023. It's the first time the US has trailed to Brazil since 2018. Into the final minute of stoppage time here. Everybody thrown forward. Sam Coffey will take it. Alana Cook forward. Emily Sonnet on the edge of the box as well. Coffey sends this one deep. Sonnet couldn't quite get there. Comes back out towards Dunn, who loops it in. Heaps trying to get there. And Coffey will be the first one to pick this one up. Plays it back into the box. Sentinel over the bar. It was a good opportunity. And that might be the last action of the game.
And again, the United States battling for the second ball. Sentinel looking around, finding that little pocket. Doesn't get it right at all. And